Eric, a known Storm gamer. Phil, a known Miracle gamer. This should be fun.
I'll keep this. Me too. Go ahead. Cast Ponder.
Okay, turn 1 Ponder for Force of Phil. We are underway. Harry Houdini is excited, says Clash of the Titans. Indeed.
Go ahead.
Okay, Eric plays a basic Swamp. I don't know a lot about this Storm build that Eric is playing. All right, so here's the thoughtseize. Mystic Sanctuary, Flooded Strand, Predict, Cryptic Command, Counter Spell, and Prismatic Ending. Okay, Counter Spell is selected. Eric loses 2 life. They didn't update the phone yet.
19.
So after a Thoughtseize, Eric's just going to pass the turn. Life totals are up to date. Looks like Phil drew a Lorien Revealed, plays a Mystic Sanctuary, and passes the turn. I was beginning to say I don't know a lot about... Well, that tells us something. I didn't know a lot about what kind of Storm deck Eric is playing. But Urza's Saga and a basic Swamp tells us it's probably mono black Saga Storm, as it's called. Another Thoughtseize. Lorien Revealed is the new card revealed. Phil could have Island cycled. Eric taking a look, trying to figure this out. All right, Prismatic Ending is selected. You could exile a construct at some point or something like that. All right, passes the turn back to Phil. Upkeep, Predict, get rid of Depose, Deploy.
I'll draw for turn. Yeah.
Swords Taming.
I'll play the silent, I'll pass. How many cards? I have 5.
5 cards in hand now for Phil. Played a basic island. Fired off that Predict. Holding a Lorien Revealed. Holding that Cryptic Command. Yeah, I filled in an island cycle because we knew the cards on top. Mistress Bauble, Storm is 2. Okay, making a construct, it would be a 3/3. Okay, construct goes through. There it is. Okay, Urza Saga ticks up to 2. Gonna make another construct. There it is. Now Eric will search. Or it seems. Okay, that happens. Mox Opal is found. Eric has some style when it comes to his decks. Usually has like some funky versions of things. Very cool Mox Opal. I believe this was it a secret lair? The retro frame Mox Opal? I'm not sure. I actually don't know.
I'm going to move to combat. Yeah. I'm going to attack you with.
Moving to combat, attacking with a 5/5 construct. Hypertrain Conductor, Mr. Arch's Festival in a box. Okay. Phil's going to fetch. Mystic Sanctuary. This is a big Force of Phil card. does Phil want to do with it?
I'm going to target. Prismatic ending? Sure. In your end step, I'm going to cryptic command bouncing construct drawing a card. I'll target the untapped construct.
Okay, so a cryptic command on Eric's end step after the Mystic Sanctuary fetch. Trying to bounce an untapped construct and draw a card. The card would be Prismatic Ending.
Bouncing this, drawing a card.
Does Eric give a damn? About to find out. What could Eric have? Okay, Eric is searching for something. What could Eric have right now? Veil of Summer? Yeah, Veil might be not too bad right now. Counter this cryptic command. Yep, it is Veil of Summer. Twitch chat was right. All right.
Cards. 3.
3 cards left in Eric's hand. Trying to completely counter this cryptic command. Phil has Thwart, returning 2 Mystic Sanctuaries and a basic island to hand to counter Veil of Summer.
Okay, so counter, don't drop.
All right, so Phil had said the untapped construct, but I don't know if it's going to matter too much. Phil's going to make a play probably of a prismatic ending here, or might wait. Unclear. All right, prismatic ending it is. Prismatic ending removes the remaining construct. And Phil will now be working off 2 lands. But the Mystic Sanctuaries to follow could get back some treats out of the graveyard. Prismatic Ending is in there. Cryptic Command, Thwart, Counterspell, Predict, Depose, Deploy. Mortuary. Dumps and Empty the Warrens, okay. I feel like we don't see Empty the Warrens enough these days. I just like that card. I'm a fan.
Okay.
Counterbalance. That could be quite disruptive. Should Eric have popped these Mishra's Baubles to draw cards at some point? Unclear. Mishra's Bauble takes a look. Force of Will on top. Keep draw card for turn.
Man, obviously have a 3 drop that you were about to cast. Alright. Play a brainstorm. Just don't have a
Counterbalance with Force of Will on top of Phil's library. Phil doesn't know it's there. Okay, Thoughtseize targeting Force of Phil. Counterbalance trigger reveals Force of Will, which we knew was there. The hand is revealed. Double Mystic Sanctuary, Lorien revealed, double swords. Lorien revealed is selected, it goes away. Alright, so if you haven't been hanging out with us on stream for too long, and you've never seen Eric T on stream before, when Eric pulls out that little card with 6 squares on it of different colors, you're in trouble. This is a little storm counter device. Gonna be counting manas and counting storms, and Phil might be in serious trouble right now.
Try to.
Hell yeah.
Well, Ritual. We have Threshold. Phil's going to crack a Flooded Strand in response, get a Tundra. A storm might be coming, chat. Prepare yourselves. Soon as Eric pulls out that little multicolored card up there, I know I'm a goner.
Alright. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a hit. Cabal Ritual might be countered. Eric might have to wait. Wow. A lucky hit for Force of Phil, and Phil gets another turn. That was quite disruptive. Mystic Sanctuary.
Has a 3-drop for free.
Puts Ponder on top. Another counterbalance past the turn. Eric didn't pop that Mishra's Bauble. Can use it later to take a look at the top of Phil's deck. Gaia's Will getting suspended now.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I can cast that. That works. So that gets countered.
They brought back the suspend mechanic. Can you believe it?
Okay, return.
All right, 3 cards in Eric's hand. Phil's going to draw that Ponder. Mystic Sanctuary. Put Thwart on top of the deck.
Sorry, by playing a Mystic Sanctuary.
Playing Mystic Sanctuary. Okay.
Thwart is a 4? Yep.
That's fine.
Thwart is Mana Valley 4. Ponder resolves. Thwart was one of the cards on top of the deck. In fact, it was the top card. Phil's holding double swords in hand, which is not super important right now. Phil draws a card, passes the turn. So now, Eric doesn't know what number is on top. It could be 4.
Yeah, Infinity Life. Alright, I'll speak to that.
Lotus Petal.
There's an alert in play. I'm like, oh, I'll save Aether Vial for. I haven't seen a learn in a while. It's like a tier 8 deck.
All right, just passing the turn after a Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal resolved. Sounds like Phil is just passing the turn right now. Gaia's Will is going to lose a time counter, going down to 2.
Okay. Pass.
Gaia's Will down to its last counter. Gaia's Will's mana value is 0. Counterbalance could potentially hit it. All right, Eric just passing the turn. Brain Surge.
Cast a Merchant Scroll.
Merchant Scroll will resolve. What does Phil want to find? Brainstorm. Merchant Scroll for Brainstorm. Brainstorm could be a way to change the top of the deck to a 0 to counter Gaia's Will. Potentially.
I have counterbalance triggers. First one. Yep. In response to the second one, I'm going to brainstorm.
Okay, first counterbalance trigger on this Gaia's Will revealed a ponder. Phil tried to see if we could get a blind hit off the top. I don't think Phil knew the top of the deck, right? No. And then a brainstorm after that, with a counterbalance trigger still on the stack.
Brainstorm resolves.
Brainstorm resolves.
So this will be the second counterbalance trigger.
This is the second counterbalance trigger. If Eric has a Veil of Summer, Phil's not going to like that. Okay, Mystic Sanctuary is revealed. Gaia's Will is countered. Okay.
I'm gonna go to there's Esderman. Yep, right. So I'm gonna go to my draw spell.
Yeah, suspend happened during upkeep. So what's Storm right now? Storm is 2.
So I'm gonna try the Dark Ritual.
Dark Ritual, Storm is 3. Phil's top card of the deck is a 0, Mystic Sanctuary.
I'm gonna correct Marsh Blast.
Okay, Dark Ritual resolve, making 3 black mana.
The surveilling.
Try to play out another monster. I'll attempt to counter it. Storm is 4. Counterbalance trigger. Oh yeah, sorry. So this one's still tapped. This one.
Okay, so Mox Opal is countered by counterbalance. We're just trying to increase the storm count, it sounds like. Another Mox Opal. Storm is now 5.
I miss the old days when it was just mono white and the must valuable card.
Just sending zeros into the stack to be countered by counterbalance to increase the storm count, it seems. 3 black mana floating.
But I don't need Mirror Crusader. Yeah, this.
Okay, Beseech the Mirror hitting the stack here, sacking the Mox Opal that was in play.
Put this into play. Target Cryptic Command. Sure. I'll counter it.
Okay, Mystic Sanctuary puts Cryptic Command on top. Beseech the Mirror is countered. Okay.
Dark Ritual then use
On your end step, I'm gonna cast
So a failed attempt just now to break through Phil's defenses.
Prismatic Vista, correct?
I'm sure you're targeting you. Yeah. I'm gonna put in Merchant Scroll.
Phil now resolving Witness the Future, 4 cards from the graveyard up to 4, shuffled again. It'll be predicting Merchant Scroll. Delusional says, I don't think Eric is resolving another spell this game. And Aviator says, not any spells that matter. That feels like a possibility. It's going to be really hard to fight through Phil's defenses right now. Phil has another Flooded Strand in play. Where's Thwart right now? Is that in Phil's hand? I forgot. I think so.
Trade. Go to my end step.
Cast spawn. Sure.
Comes back.
Yeah, Aviator says, I thought Control was unplayable. Yeah, it's not viable right now because of the Mika spawn, you know.
Pass to 7.
All right, just a lot of passing back and forth still. Counterbalance has been pretty good in this game. The countering of Cabal Ritual earlier was pretty damn good. Depose Deploy on top of Force of Phil's deck.
Cast Brainstorm and still in your end step.
Brainstorm still in end step.
Flooded Strand. Stonebrick Mystic.
Cast Depose. I'm sorry, deploy. Make 2 1/1s. Sure. Gain 2 life.
Okay. Deploy. Make 2 1/1 Thopters. Gain 2 life. Force of Phil at 13. Attacking for 2.
I'll go to combat. Thank you for 1.
Phil now has all 4 Mystic Sanctuaries in play. Eric just draws and passes.
In your end step. Cast Predict target myself. Sure. Source spell change. Attack 2.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards are 1/1 Thopters made by Deploy. Merchant Scroll now. It'll find a copy of Force of Will. Phil now casts a Ponder.
I'm going to move to discard.
Phil now moves to discard. Bad sign for Eric. Discards Terminus and Swords to Plowshares. Eric drops to 8 after an attack from the Thopters, a 3rd counterbalance.
Pass the 7.
I'm going to crack the Flooded Strand for a flame.
3 triggers.
Mox countered by counterbalance. A plane's revealed on top of the library.
2. Okay. It's in.
Mishra's Bauble resolves. Predict revealed on top of the deck. Predict is a 2. 3 counterbalances is in play. No fetches on Phil's side. Phil's holding at least double force.
Wasteland the Undercity Sewer.
Results.
Okay, Lion's Eye Diamond resolves. Storm is 3. Eric's going to make an attempt to fight through this hate. Fight through this prison. Whatever. Dark Ritual.
Results.
Dark Ritual resolves. Make 3 black mana. Can Eric pull this off, chat? Does anybody have any feelings? Beseech the Mirror. Sacrificing a Mishra's Bauble to beseech the mirror.
I'm going to counter a draw card.
Cryptic Command, counter, beseech the mirror, and draw a card is on the stack.
I have 3 counterbalance triggers.
Veil of Summer. 3 counterbalance triggers have happened. Cryptic Command, trying to counter draw on Beseech the Mirror. Brainstorm on the stack for Phil. That resolves. Trying to resolve a Veil of Summer. Piracy Charm on top of the deck. Ball Ritual.
Counterbalance triggers. I'm going to Piracy Charm, make you discard a card. Okay, either.
Okay, Piracy Charm, make you discard, gets the scoop. Phil takes game 1. What a game. Eric might have a faster start. Longer the game goes, it gets a little bit better for Phil, I think. See how this plays out. Bayou, pass, ponder.
Silence. Like it's all just trying to hang up the combo. The nice thing about being black now is that we can have bosses. So like it gives us a little bit of game. It's running.
Okay, Lion's Eye Diamond for Eric. That's the turn.
Keep as well.
I'm going to hit the LED.
Okay, Lion's Eye Diamond has been removed by Prismatic Ending.
Last 6 months.
Eric just passes with no land drop.
The surveil lanes have made it really nice. Like most decks have gotten, you know, a couple $1,000 cheaper because they just sub out.
Okay, that's a Mystic Sanctuary entering tap. Not enough islands yet. Eric. Maybe. Trying to see what Eric has in hand. I saw a Lotus Petal. All right, well, there's Lotus Petal.
Consign.
Consign to memory, attempting to counter Lotus Petal.
My real favorite land of all time.
Veil of Summer. Force pitching Brainstorm. A little bit of a battle.
Trail.
Seems like Eric has conceded that Veil and Lotus are countered.
So I'm never gonna play it. I don't care. I actually bought all the cards to play with that. I might just do it.
Consign on top.
Consign on top. Counterbalance. Okay. Looks like Phil has 2 cards in hand, I think. One of them looks like it's a land. Bloodstained Mire pass.
Go. How many cards? 3.
Okay, Bloodstained Mire gets cracked by Eric. Underground Mortuary, Surveil. Where's the Myco spawn when you need it? Yeah. Yeah. If you're new around here, Legacy players, they love, like, unlike the average Commander player, where, you know, like, Armageddons and land destruction are a little bit frowned on, from what I hear. Legacy players love land destruction. They love Wasteland. They love stifling fetches. They love blood moons and back to basics and the whole thing. But they can't have exile target land as a cast trigger. It's just not going to work. All right, Urza Saga. That's a big play.
It's a monster. How many cards in here? 3. Sure.
It's too much. Monastery Mentor. Speaking of too much. Audrey with a question, is strip mine legal? You know what? We should have a card that conjures strip mines. Urza's Saga ticks up to 2. Another Urza Saga is played. Eric's plan might be to make constructs. Phil's plan might be to make monks. This is getting exciting. Ponder. Ooh, we might have missed the monk trigger here.
This. And get me the monk.
All right, there's a monk.
Predict target himself, make a monk.
Predict target myself. Make a monk. Name counterbalance. Mill it. Draw 2.
Combat.
Cycle Oriented.
Island cycling Lorienville. What's the storm count? Alright, Mystic Sanctuary is found. Mystic Sanctuary, a key card in these miracle decks that Phil has been playing.
Play this land for turn.
Mystic Sanctuary gets played.
Put
16, I think. I'm at 15. Yeah, I'm at 15.
Ponder on top.
Okay, Ponder goes back on top of the deck.
Go to combat. Yeah, take it for 4. How many cards in here? I have 4 cards in here.
4/4 Monastery Mentor attacking here. Eric's going to take it, drop to 15.
And you're at 12.
End step.
End step. Abrupt Decay, blowing up Counterbalance. Counterbalance is gone. That was big. That was big. We saw Counterbalance disrupt quite a bit in the earlier games. The Urza Sagas are ticking up now. One of them is going to reach Chapter 3. Okay, Urza Saga is going to float a mana. Consign to memory on the search. The search is going to be countered, it seems.
I'm not netdecking that. No, I'm not. I literally built the deck in my own head.
Tap the Caracas.
I just thought of
Play another Caracas. That's tap 1.
Yeah, this guy really wants to crack it.
Solid.
This will still get sacrificed in that manner.
Yeah, 2 triggers on the stack.
That's fine.
Nothing else.
Trying to go. Sure.
How many cards in here?
3.
All right, Eric making some attempt here at something. Sacking pedal, sacking pedal. Looking for dice. 2 black mana. Cabal Ritual. We have Threshold. Seven black mana or 6 black mana? 6 black mana.
Just besieging for.
Beseech.
I can play it up here, which is fine. I'm
I'm gonna besiege guys will do the thing and then 10 points.
Okay, yeah. You have how much mana? 6?
Can't draw that me off.
So you go.
I have
Yeah, so you go 4, search, sack the thing, play back, 1, 2, 3, Cabal Ritual.
haven't played a land yet.
Yeah.
7. It's basically 7 mana. I'd have 3 mana floating after the besiege.
And then you would be able to Cabal Ritual with still Threshold? Yes, okay.
Okay, so a little bit of shortcutting here. Eric saying, I'm just going to cast everything out of my graveyard with a Gaia's Will, and then tendrils you. And Phil scoops it up, moving on to game 3. Force of Phil will be on the play.
Okay.
Both players kept 7 Mystic Sanctuary Pass. I assume Phil will have a disruptive hand. So Eric was able to Abrupt Decay counterbalance off the board in game 2 and then go off and win. We had a really long game 1. Probably creeping up on the round timer now. Getting close to the end of this match, is my guess. Mystic Sanctuary number 2. Pass the turn. Urza Saga, okay.
Wasteland Saga.
Wasteland, blow up Urza Saga. Okay, okay. All right, Phil casts an end step predict after just a land pass from Eric. Middle to Prismatic Ending into the graveyard. Phil plays another Wasteland, blows up Bayou. Wasteland. Seven cards in hand for Phil. Mox Opal. That's it. 7 cards for Eric as well. So both players with full hands. Eric, using stuff like Veil of Summer, could fight through some counter magic on the stack. Just playing artifacts and passing right now. That was a Mishra's Bauble.
Merchant Scroll.
Phil casting and resolving a Merchant Scroll right now.
I'll get the thwart and pass.
Goes for Thwart.
That's in your hand, right? Yeah. So I'll crack this out. I'll draw 2.
Okay, the Mishra's Bauble was popped. Eric saw the top card of Phil's deck. Phil does not know what it is. Bloodstained Mire. Gonna crack it. Going for Bayou. No Metalcraft currently for Eric. Okay, Dark Ritual getting responded to with a counter spell. Veil of Summer. Force pitching predict on that. Storm will go up to 4. And then Eric just passes the turn.
Witness the future. I'm going to target myself. I'm going to put in 2 wastelands. Yep. And that's it.
Okay, Phil shuffling 2 wastelands into the deck. And then impulsing with Witness the Future. Interesting card. Should this just be stock up?
Lamp turn go.
Fletcherstrand pass.
Cool. With the rest of your names.
Do you even have the bill mark, or you just?
Yeah.
Carpet of Flowers. Okay, that might make a significant amount of mana. Phil's gonna crack a fetch in response.
I think they're like 40 right now.
I don't know. Seems like the best card ever printed ever.
Yeah.
Mystic Sanctuary. Counterspell on top.
Enter is or put any creature from your graveyard in your hand.
We can't even like interact with them, right? We can't even like.
Go on the.
Thwart on Carpet of Flowers. It's countered.
What is this?
This is Storm, Carpet, Ritual.
I looked at the deck recent list and they were all that.
Force pitching or Hercules Recall.
Force of Will pitching Hercules Recall on Dark Ritual. Eric can't get anything to resolve. Cabal Ritual walks right into Counterspell. It's countered. Counterspell goes back on top with Mystic Sanctuary. AJ Potato says Eric needs some duress or Thoughtseize, possibly. I don't think we've seen any discard spells in Game 3, right? I just heard time call. This is turn 0.
Oh, Richard. I'm going to predict target you.
Wall Ritual, predict target.
Is that real on top? You mill it. I'll mill it. Right. So this goes military. Okay, so I'm going to draw 1. I'll counterspell.
Okay, Phil named Thoughtseize. Mishra's Bauble was the milled card, so Phil drew Counterspell and then countered Cabal Ritual. Thwart goes back on top now with a Mystic Sanctuary. Merchant Scroll, find Thwart. These plays are wild. So Thwart is now in hand for Phil. That is Infernal Tutor.
Yeah, that'd be the mode. That if I
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Okay, it resolves. We're going to look for a Dark Ritual.
Okay, turn 3.
Turn 3 of extra turns now.
Hit the Mox Opal.
Mox Opal getting hit by Prismatic Ending. It's hit. It's supposed to be exiled. Moving on to turn 4. This is Eric's final turn of the match. Eric is capable of drawing out for a turn for a while, so let's see how this plays out. Surveils and empty the Warrens into the graveyard with the Mortuary. All right, just passing the turn. Eric's not going to win this match. Neither is Force of Phil. It ends in a draw. GG's. It ends in a draw.